Hey Flosstube, this is Veronica with Night Stitch, and today is January 2nd, 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. Normally I don't say the date on my Flosstube videos because I just didn't, but this time I thought I would just because it's 2025 and it's like the second day, so it's new, yay. I wanted to film yesterday, but I couldn't. My husband was home, which is fine. It's not like anything bad, but it's just that he talks to me a lot, which is good, but not when I'm trying to do a floss tube. So I didn't want to get interrupted because he came into my office and just started talking to me, because that's what he'll do. He'll randomly walk in and just start talking. Because normally I'm just in here stitching or watching TV or like on my computer, so it doesn't matter, but so yeah, I was like simultaneously frustrated about the fact that I couldn't film, because I was like, I wanted to film on January 1st just to say I did, but it doesn't matter in reality. But anyway, so I was a little frustrated yesterday, and then like my stitching was annoying me yesterday because I wanted to stitch, so I did, and I worked on 3 projects yesterday, so it's not like I didn't do any stitching, but it just felt off because I was irritated about the floss tube thing, and I was like, way to start the new year, just but okay, that's enough rambling. The reason I wanted to film on the 1st was because it was like, because I could, and I was finally like consciously doing floss tube like a little bit more consistently. I don't know what happened to me in December, but the last week of December I posted a video every day, and I was like, wow. So I'm totally extreme, where I'll go like 4 months without filming, or I'll do just 6 videos in 6 days. I don't know. So one of my like things I want to keep in mind for this year is I want to be more consistent, because I do have fun doing this. And so I want to, like, I don't know, I want it to be kind of part of my week, part of my day, whatever. I'm not gonna film every day, because that would be, I'll probably run out of ideas. But like, the reason I think I posted every day in December was because I was trying to do like a wrap up. So I did like an end of year wrap up, and then I did a whip parade, and then I did a plans video, and then I did 2 different whip go videos, because I recapped 2024 in one of those and then talked about my plans for 2025. But then I made another video where I was like creating my whip go board with you guys. So yeah, that was a lot. So I wonder if I was also kind of I was like on a high of like making floss tube videos, and that's probably why on January 1st I was like, I can't film, something feels wrong. But also, that's a really long way to say that I am going to try the drawing out of the martini shaker that I did in my whip go board video. If you didn't watch it, I have this martini shaker that is old and rusty, and I don't use it to make drinks anymore. But so I used it, I put paper in it with project names, and I was like shaking it up and drawing project names out of here, because I got inspired by Jen the Caffeinated Crafter, and she draws her projects out of a bucket that she has, a red basket actually, and she pulls like a random amount of projects to work on. So I thought I would try that, because I have a lot of whips, not as many as her, but I hit my knee on the table. Not as many as her, but like I have a lot. I have enough where I could, and have gone like months or years without working on the project, which I don't want to do anymore. So I thought I would try this drawing out of a like shaker thing to see if that would help me work on stuff, because I want to work on everything. I like everything. I don't think about everything all the time because I can't. So I thought this would help. So that was like, because I'm doing a new setup for Flosstube and apparently rambling for 5 minutes, that's also why I wanted to do it on January 1st, but such is life. So January 2nd is going to be how it is. So anyway, oh, it's also snowing outside because I live in Iowa and it snows. So I'm gonna have to shovel my driveway later, which is so much fun. But since it's currently snowing, I was like, I can't shovel anyway, because if I shovel, it's just gonna snow more and then it's gonna kind of erase what I did. So I was like, fine, I'll just film the Flosstube that I wanted to film yesterday while the snow is outside annoying me, and then I can do that later. So anyway. That is enough rambling. Now it's 6 minutes of rambling. So I bought a new project. Heaven and Earth Designs had a 50% off sale. They are also having one now, apparently, another one. But this is not the sale that I took advantage of. I took advantage of a sale that they had like in December. And I bought I'm also drinking coffee because it's early in the morning, and yeah. So I bought Oldies But Goodies. It's by Mary Thompson, and I bought the regular size version because I cannot stop buying giant projects. So this is my giant fabric. It's a fat half, yeah, the 26 by 36 in the color navy. And let me fold this up so you can see the stitches up close. I started in the middle of the pattern, which I think what I'm stitching is one of the cars, but I can't be sure because there's a little woman who's wearing like a pink poodle skirt, and some of these colors are pinkish and reddish, so it might be her or it might be the car. So I can get it flat enough. That is what I have so far. And if you're watching my Whip Parade and my other December videos, I mentioned that my full coverage stitching kind of was driving me nuts because I felt like I needed to figure out how to do it a little bit neater so I didn't have little waist knots getting in my way. And with this one, I think I figured it out. So I started in the middle and I worked one color until I either ran out of a strand or ran out of the length on my needle, and then I ended it. So I do have some little things here that I cut kind of close to the fabric so that when I get to it, I can just pull it to the back and snip off whatever little bit I have, because I'm going to be stitching over it. Like, not over this part, but over like under here, because it's like I pulled it down so it's behind like this, right? So it's vertically behind. So then I'll be stitching over it so then I can snip it off. So that was working well. I hope that made sense. That was a lot of talking. So if I was working on a color and I couldn't finish off the strand or the length because there wasn't enough, like there weren't, this is why I don't do stuff in the morning. I can't think. Okay, so if I don't have enough symbols in that color to finish off the length, then I would park the wait, is that what I did? No, I did a waist knot. Why did I park? I don't know, whatever. So this is a parked thread because sometimes I wanted to park it so that I could have it for later. I don't know why. Like maybe the symbol was close enough that I didn't cut it off, but then why didn't I just... Oh, if it was too far away from where I was and I wasn't comfortable actually stitching it in because I didn't want to count wrong, then I would park it. So then I would work another color near it, and then once I got to the park thread, I would work it in. So that's what that... Okay. I know what I did, I just can't explain it in the morning because I can't think in the morning, which is why I had coffee. So this is my Heaven and Earth design that I got, that I finally figured out. So it looks like a little blob. Do I want to hold it up while I read statistics, or... I'm gonna... Oh, another thing that was annoying me yesterday too was tracking statistics. Because I liked to do it. It's not the tracking that was annoying me. It was the fact that I was trying to... I didn't like how I had set up my sheet. And I was trying to see if I could set it up differently. So I kind of did. I did some different formatting and stuff, so it looks a little bit different. But so I put the title of the project, and then I put how big it is, like in stitch wise, and then I put the total number of stitches. So for this one, oldies but goodies, it's 313,125 stitches, and I put in 106 stitches yesterday. But it already had 281 stitches from December. Because I worked on it, I started it on Christmas Eve last year. So December 24th, 2024. And I worked on it for 3 days and I put 281 stitches in it. And now it has 387 total stitches. And there's 312,738 stitches left. So it's at 0.12% complete. And I wanted to get it to 1%. So when I do projects, like when I just randomly work on something, I assign a goal to it, and the goal does not have a deadline. So the goal is mainly there so that I have something to work towards. Because I get sick of working on projects after like 2 or 3 days. So if I set myself kind of this small goal so that I can like work towards something and then change the project. So I feel like I accomplished something instead of just being like randomly stitching on it with no purpose other than to finish it, which finishing is a huge goal, especially with the size of projects that I have. So I need to set myself smaller goals every time I work on it so that I don't feel like I don't get anything done, even though I know I get stuff done because it's one stitch at a time, but you know what I mean, where it's like, if the goal is just to finish it and then you have a 313,000 stitch project and you put in 100 stitches and you look at it and you go, I'm never gonna finish it, like I don't want to feel like that. So that's why I have the little random goals that pop up in my head. So there's no deadline, it's just so that I can have something to shoot for. And I bought this from 123 Stitch, this fabric, and it's just like the random solid color fabric you get, because that's my favorite to stitch Heaven and Earth designs on. And I'm stitching it 2/2. No, I stitch everything else 2/2, so I always say that, but it's 2/1 full cross on 25 count Lugana. And I have it in this project bag that I made that's gigantic because I can't measure or count. So, but I thought it was fitting because it's the 50s diner cars and the oldies but goodies is 50s diner. In December, I was also working on frogging things because I had been organizing my stuff on my computer and realizing I have a lot of projects that I need to frog and take the fabric back, because that's what what am I trying to say? I found that I had a lot of projects that I had UFO'd or restarted because something about the fabric or the pattern was making me crazy, but I had just been stashing the things and keeping them in the bins, and it just, I needed to declutter not declutter because I didn't get rid of anything, I just reorganized my fabric bin, and I was like, I need to start frogging some of these things. So I was successful in frogging 2 pieces of fabric, which yay. Coffee. So this one, you'll remember, is on A Dance of Autumn by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana, and I had a pattern called Be the Villain on this, and I UFO'd it because I didn't want the pattern anymore and I wanted something different, like a different stabby pattern. So I frogged it. I managed to frog out Be the Villain, but I did not start another stabby project on this because I don't have one yet. It's just in my wish list. I started, which way is up? This dragon. Now, if you'll remember, I also UFO'd a dragon pattern by Teresa Wensler, so if you're confused, I understand. But this is going to be a gift. Look at that fabric, it looks like fire. So, this is gonna be a gift. This pattern is from Etsy. It's by Author Embroid Design. And it's like the word embroidery, but the R and the Y are not spelled on there. So it's just a dragon and he's like curled up. Let's see, what else can I say? This is for my friend. He is my hairstylist and he helps me dye my hair the color that I want. So I've known him for a while, and I found out that he likes dragons, and sometimes we talk about my cross stitch. So I thought, I'll stitch this for him. He'll like it. I've seen him wear a shirt that's like this color too, so I was like, that's perfect because it looks like fire. So it's perfect for the dragon, and then it'll be perfect for him because he likes dragons and he has a bright orange shirt. So, oh, I'm doing this 2/2 and it's all DMC thread. Oh, I was gonna do this too. I was gonna start doing tracking stitches more because I think it's fun. So I might be opening and reopening fabric, like unfolding and refolding because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. This is 172 stitches high by 130 stitches wide. It has 13,840 stitches in it total. Yesterday I put in 8 more stitches because I backstitched in the little spirally part. But the total stitches that it has is 1,275 stitches that I put in. I started this on December 27th, 2024, and I worked on it for 5 days. And then I worked on it yesterday. So I worked on it for 6 days so far, and it has 1,275 stitches in it so far. And the stitches remaining are 12,565. So I don't have a deadline for this. I'll probably give it to my friend either around his birthday or Christmas of whatever year that I finish it. So the project, I was working on it for 5 days consecutively, which was making my eyes twitch. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I wanted to get that little section done so that I could backstitch that tiny section, and then the next time I work on it I was gonna do another section and backstitch. So that's why. But I'm like, I shouldn't do that, man. I should not do that. Okay, anyway, this one is my temperature, my skyline temperature chart. Okay. Sorry, I'm not like, I don't want to be here. I'm just, it's the morning and I know it's been like 20 minutes. I think I take forever to wake up. So it's fine. What was I doing? This is Fiberlicious Molten Magic. It's 32 count Lugana. And this pattern is by Zara Design Studio on Etsy. It's called Skyline Temperature. And I'm doing it on that Molten Magic fabric. I needed something that was neutral-ish. I don't really like beige or white fabric, but the temperature chart, you know, it has all the colors because it's all the temperatures, because I live in Iowa and we have all 4 seasons. So I knew I was gonna have to use all the colors. So I was like, I need something, I don't know, not a particular color. So, but this is actually the fabric of the month for December, and it was perfect because it's like, it's not beige to the point where it's boring, but it's beige enough that it would work. So my temperature chart is 205 stitches high by 205 stitches wide, so it's gonna be 12 by 12. So I'm gonna have, what's 27 minus 18? 26 minus 18. That'll be how much fabric I have left because it's only going to take up 18 inches of this 27 piece of fabric this way. It's 17 inches this way, but so that's the fabric. I got lucky though, because I did not know this fabric of the month was gonna be like this color, because I always want to be surprised, because she posts, I'm in Fiberlicious's fabric of the month club, and she always posts what the fabric color is gonna be, but I never look because I want to be surprised. So I opened it and I was like, excellent, I needed something like this for my temperature chart, and here it is. So this is 12 degrees and it's DMC 931 and it is a tiny little building. And I backstitched it so that I would not have to backstitch the whole thing and make myself crazy. I ran out of thread right about there, but that's okay because the next building is gonna go next to it, so I couldn't backstitch around that anyway. Like, I need to put the cross stitches in before I backstitch the next building. So having it run out right there was actually pretty convenient. So I didn't do the high temperature and I didn't do the low temperature. I did the wind chill. Because I know, because I'm from Chicago, I know that the Windy City, Chicago is called the Windy City because it's so windy. But Iowa is not less windy. I mean, I think Chicago's a bit more, because I did go to the airport one time. I was at O'Hare and I got out of the airport and I had my hair in a ponytail. And I stepped out of the airport and my hair just whipped around right in front of my face, and just like, it was like a Santa beard, and it just stuck to my face because it was so windy. That's Chicago. But Iowa's pretty windy as well. So when we have winter, a lot of times the temperature will say it's 27, but it feels like 12. So that's kind of what it was doing yesterday. So I thought for my temperature chart for now, I was going to put the wind chill, because that's how it actually feels. Like, that's how the temperature makes you feel when you step outside. So I thought that would be a good way to do my chart. So that is that. So the temperature chart I chose has 42,025 stitches in it total. I put in 93 stitches yesterday, and it's at 0.22% complete. And there are 41,932 stitches left, and my goal is to do one cute building every day in 2025. So obviously it's to keep up with it is the goal. So that is that one. Oh, my goal for the dragon was to put 1,000 stitches in it, which I did. I put 1,275. I don't know if I said the goal, but okay. I worked on this frosted pumpkin stitchery project, the 2024 stitch along. I'm doing it on Ashes to Ashes by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana, and doing this 2/2. And this little seal was clue number 8. I think my last video I said it was clue 9, but I was wrong. So the border, the border starting from here down is where the what the clue was. So it was to finish the border and this little seal. And I did. And he's so cute. I don't really like seals in real life, but this guy, I like stitched his head and his face without the backstitch, and he was so cute. He's still cute now with the backstitch, but I was like freaking out way more than I should have over a seal. But I finished that, so still caught up with it. I'm pretty proud of myself. I've never done that before. Those statistics are on my old sheet. Yeah, I think I'll just not say any of those because I'll just say them for the next clue, which comes out in January, because I think this stitch along ends in like March or something, so. So that's what I worked on in the end of December. And then the temperature one was January. So this one, I'm going to show you the fabric that I frogged. Because I'm really proud of myself because I managed to actually do this, because I hate frogging, which is why I had a stash of things that were not frogged. This is a DMC Charles Craft Irish linen. But then it also says 28 even weave Lugana, so it's like got an identity crisis, I guess. I don't know, whatever. It feels like linen though, because like anytime I have linen and you go like this, it's like really bouncy. But I frogged the middle here. So it's blank. I frogged right here. I'm so happy. I don't know what I'll use this for, but I can keep it in my stash. And finally. So I need to find another fabric for In the Moment by Dimensions, because that was what was on here. And this fabric is fine. It just was not working for that pattern. And I think I also started like parking, doing the like kind of more regimented parking, and the back of my project was like driving me crazy. So I think that's also why I didn't like it on here, because I'm not going to do that parking thing when I do it on the other fabric. But I did kind of a floss toss because I looked at the bobbins that I put the thread on to see what color was not on there, so that the fabric could be that color so that the other colors would stand out. And I think I'm gonna try a purple, like a purple fabric for it, because the pattern doesn't seem to have any purple in it. So I'm gonna like look around and find a fabric that's purple. So I did that. Finally, that is out of my face. Alright, so I still have Whip Go. I didn't start it yesterday because I wanted to do this video first. Plus my Courage, I'll just show you this. My Courage pattern, I drew a prompt for 3 days, and it was like 10 o'clock at night last night, and I was like, that doesn't count as a day of stitching. So I was like, whatever, I'll just do it on the January 2nd. So it's time to shake the shaker. I have some papers in here. These are my whips that are not on the Whip Go board. So what I'm gonna do is, so I have the temperature chart, and I have the frosted pumpkin, and I have the 2 Whip Go pieces that are already called for that I'm going to be working on for the month. So I'm going to draw 5 whips out of here so that I have some more things to choose from when I finish some of that other stuff, or if I just get sick of working on one of them and I need something different, I'll work on one of these 5 whips. Or all of them. Who knows? I realized in my other video I was shaking it too low so you couldn't see it, so I'm going to try to shake it higher. Sorry. Alright, what did I get? I got Taste of Europe. I'm going to draw all of these first and then show you what they are. Okay, I got my Savior's words. Three more. Legendary creatures alphabet. This is gonna be number 4. Number 4 is Egyptian Queen. Okay, number 5. I don't know if I need to hold it here when I'm pulling it, or you know I'm pulling it, so does it matter? I don't know. Ooh, museum shelf. Okay, that's 5. So if you watched my whip parade, you'll remember that I didn't turn the audio on, like my secondary audio on, for that entire thing. Well, I didn't do it for the first part of this video either, so I have it on now. Alright, so the 5 projects I pulled, I went and got them. This is a bag I got from Walmart. This is Taste of Europe. This is a free pattern by DMC. I'm doing it on Glowing Dreams by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. I rearranged the pattern because it's just a bunch of different icons that are representative of Europe. I added words in the middle. That's the name of the pattern, so I put Taste of Europe in the middle, and I have the Eiffel Tower done and Vatican City done. So I may work on this. So I don't know if I will, but it's gonna be kind of like what Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter, does. She'll pull a bunch and then maybe work on it, maybe not work on it. It's just to give her options, and I kind of like that idea because I also work a lot like that when I stitch. I kind of just pick what I feel like. But because I had so many, I was only feeling like working on, I don't know, like I only had a few projects in my head that I would think about randomly, and it was too random. So with this pulling of the projects, like I'll have 5 that you guys know that I pulled, and so it'll be like I have 5 definite choices to choose from. Oh, and for the goals for each of these, because I don't know if I'm gonna work on all of them or which ones I'm gonna work on, I'll just come up with a goal for myself when I work on it, and then I'll tell you what it was in the next video. Okay. This is My Savior's Words. This is by Imaginating. It's designed by Ursula Michael. I'm doing it on Memories in the Rain by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This is what I have so far. This one is Legendary Creatures Alphabet by Clouds Factory. This is a bag I got from Hobby Lobby. The fabric is Abracadabra by Ship's Manor. It's 32 count Lugana. And this is what I have. This is Egyptian Queen. It's Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's by Jan Patrick Krasny. This is a crop of a bigger piece called Queen of the Leopards. You cannot get this crop anymore, but you can get the, well, you can't get this for free anymore. I don't know if the crop is there, I didn't look, but this is part of a bigger pattern called Queen of the Leopards, and that one's still available. This bag I got from TJ Maxx. This is probably my furthest full coverage piece, like the one I have the furthest progress on, of a Heaven and Earth design. I think my Toothless and Light Fury is farther along because I actually have like 2 pages done. This is not 1 page yet. So this is 25 count Vintage Country Mocha Lugana. And I got it from 123 Stitch. I don't know if I said this already, but I usually get my 25 count from 123 Stitch that I do my full coverage stuff on. Because they have Lugana that's dyed, or at least printed, but still, like they have 25 count that's not just white. So she's gonna have threads on her face, but that's what she looks like. I really like her eyes. She's very pretty. And the last whip that I pulled is Museum Shelf. This is also Heaven and Earth Designs. It's by Amy Stewart, and it's one of the giant shelves. This is Stormy Night Lugana. It's either that or Wicked Night. I don't remember. I think it's Stormy Night. Is that the right way? Yeah. Yeah. So. Nope, that was upside down. It's this way. You know, one of these days I'll have more on the full coverage so I don't have to, like, fold it up into, like, this tiny, minuscule little thing to show you. I started in the middle. That's the little terracotta man. And I realized this long thing was a column. And this is the start of the thinking man, I think. And this is like one of those like shields things that are like, it's like, I don't know, decorations on a door, but it looks like a shield. It looks cool. So now I gotta fold this gigantic fabric back into the bag. I'll give you statistics on these when I work on them next, because I have all the like past statistics on different sheets on my computer, and that's kind of what I was getting annoyed at, was I didn't have everything in one place. So I think I'm gonna try to just have like one file that has the projects that I work on for the month, so I can just look at that instead of trying to go everywhere. So the video is not over yet. I'm going to also pull 5 new starts, because I like starting things, and I noticed I start things every few days, because I think about them and I'm like, oh, I want to start that. Oh, I want to start that. So I pulled 5 whips. So I'm also going to pull 5 new starts. So I'm going to redo my shaker and then I'll come back, because these are the whips still. Okay, I'm back. These are the whip, or the new starts. There are some in here that I still need fabric for, so if I pull them, I will redraw. And I know what they are, and I didn't pull them out because I just wanted all my stuff to be in this, like, I have a bag that I put the little things in when I'm not shaking it, so I can keep them separate, and I didn't want to pull out the ones that needed fabric and have to store them somewhere else, so they're in here as well. But because I know what they are, I'll just redraw and make my life easier. So we'll draw 5 new starts. Who knew you could be a bartender and do a floss tube at the same time? Okay, what did I get? I got Merida. Oh, that's one of the ones where I need fabric, so I'm going to redraw. Watch me pull all the ones that need fabric, and then we'll be here for 9,000 years, because I don't want 2, I want 1. Oh, I need fabric for that too. It was Indian peacock. It was a pattern my sister-in-law gave me, but she didn't want to do it anymore, and I don't want to do it on the fabric that came with the kit anyway, because I never really do that, so I need fabric for it. Fall, sweet fall. Okay. This one I can do. Fall, sweet fall. So I have fabric stashed for some of these that are smaller because I have a bunch of 13 by 18 cut pieces. So like the Stitcher's 1/8 size. I'm pretty sure Fall Sweet Fall will fit on one of those. If not, I just won't start it. This is a free pattern from Everything Cross Stitch. And I looked today and they don't have a free pattern for January. So I don't know if they quit doing it or what, but let me look up here and see what the measurements are for this Fall Sweet Fall. So I'll check again in the next couple of days and Everything Cross Stitch and see if they actually have their free pattern thing, because they were doing it where you would get a free pattern every month if you went to their website and looked at it, and you could just download. What is my hair doing? Download the PDF. And so I went today and they don't have one, but okay. So Fall Sweet Fall is done by the Calico Confectionery. It's designed by Marcy Pashong. The design size is 116 by 68, so it will fit. So it's one of the smaller ones, so I could do this if I felt like it. Okay, I'll put those there. So Fall Sweet Fall. So we're gonna pick number 2 now. This is exciting. Oh, steampunk retro phone. Yes. So I was watching Jen the Caffeinated Crafter, and she had patterns by Maya Stitch. And I kept seeing them and I was like, oh man, those look really cool, because I like cutaway type of stuff. So like, I like things that are transparent so you can kind of see the insides of like the gears and the like mechanics and things like that. And so like, I didn't get the same one that Jen has, but I got well, this one's the retro phone. I also got the coffee grinder. I think she has that one, but I got the phone because it's like the rotary phone that you used to have in like the 70s or the 50s. Yeah, maybe the 50s. I don't know, whatever. Looking up dimensions here, which are all the way at the bottom of the PDF, of course, because my video must. What the hell just happened? Okay. Computer, load your face. Computer decided, no, I don't want to show you stuff. 120 stitches by 164. Why did 120 stitches by 164 stitches. So I think that'll fit on a smaller piece of fabric. We'll try it. Okay, that was number 2, so this is number 3. So that was Maya Stitch on Etsy. This will get easier when there aren't like 50 billion new starts in here. Oh my god, one of them fell out. I guess that's the one I'll draw. Oh, Crystal Symphony. I'll have to show you that one because that one's a physical pattern. So this video will be out of order, but after I draw, I'll go get the physical patterns. Because the other two were digital, so you would have already seen the cover photos that I put in here. So number 4. Fourth of July truck. This is going to be my recharting of the Dimensions Christmas truck that I showed, that I finished. I was going to turn the truck blue and put a firework somewhere on the pattern. So I'm not really recharting it, I'm just making it a different color. But the fireworks I'll have to rechart, or not rechart because there aren't any, but I'll have to put fireworks in the chart. So that's number 4. Sorry, the papers are all stuck together. Because when I shoved them into the bag, kind of like this, they like got all stuck into each other. So now they're all stuck together, so I'm trying to just pick one. Okay, I got it. What is it? Lighthouse. That one is free pattern. I think it's by Jan Lin. My computer doesn't want to cooperate. Where did I put it? Well, I must not have uploaded it to my Google Drive, but it's in my, like, external hard drive, so I know where it is, and it's a small one, so I just can't tell you the dimensions of it. So I'll go get my physical patterns and show you those, and I'll be right back. This is Crystal Symphony. It's by Mirabilia. And I got it from my LNS. This is my 3rd Mirabilia pattern, and I have fabric for it. I'm gonna use, oh, that was scratchier than I thought it was gonna sound. So I got this from Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Belfast. It's called Euphoria. And I have this oriented in a direction that matches what I am gonna do on the pattern, but I'm gonna hold it up. I don't know which direction I had decided on. Obviously it'll be vertical because that's how the pattern is, but I'm just saying I don't know if I had set the yellow to be on top or if I had set the blue to be on top. But I have it in my computer, so I will know when I start it what direction. And I got Belfast because I wanted the colors to be really bright. Because I think that because her dress is so gray and white, that it'll stand out a lot. And that white chandelier is gonna look fabulous. popping out from that fabric. So that's why I got that. I haven't even opened it yet. The seal is still intact. Okay, this is 4th of July truck. So this was the Christmas truck that I got from Dimensions. I'm going to rechart it or change the colors. And then I saved this little thing from Claire's that I bought earrings, but it's got the little firework up in the top, and I was gonna chart that and put that on here somewhere, maybe up here, like behind the truck. And I was gonna leave the wreath on there and change the colors so that it's more like a red, white, and blue wreath. But I'll have to figure that out when I actually start it, because I have an idea in my head of what would look good, but I still haven't gotten that quite like figured out yet. But I'm kind of excited for these starts. I don't know. So here's the thing. I don't know which ones I will start. I know I'll definitely start at least one. But who knows, I might start all 5. It just depends on my mood and what I feel like I want to do. So I think because I don't like working on projects more than one day, all of the whips that I pulled, I'm going to leave out of the whip thing for next time. And then I'll put them back in the week after. So next week, or the next time I do a Flosstube, which I think I used to do weekly, so I'm going to try to do that again. So the next time that you see me, we'll be doing whips out of here. And then the week after that, the whips, like the whips that I pulled, are going to go back in here so that they can be pulled again. And then these, whichever ones of these new starts that I do, will turn into whips, and they will also like be separated because I worked on them, and then they'll go back in the week after. So yay. Okay, well, I think that is all, because again, I'm gonna set little goals for anything that I work on, and then I'll tell you what those are later. So I think that's all that I wanted to say for this video. I guess if I have anything else, I'll just say it next time. So thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.